Amsterdam might just be one of the vegan-friendliest places I've ever been to. Dare I say, it has better options than Berlin. More expensive ones, for sure, but just a lot more fun. Okay, maybe I just feel this way because I spent about a week doing nothing but roam the streets for good vegan food. Definitely leave a comment with your Amsterdam favorite cafe, restaurant, favorite vegan option at a non-vegan restaurant, because there was only so much I could fit into 6 days. I definitely feel like I only scratched the surface. First up on the list is Margot's. This adorable little bakery shop. It is absurd how good their pastries are. Everything is vegan there. Can you believe it? I couldn't. We went there twice. The first time around, we shared this super delicate pistachio Danish, and then possibly the best almond croissant I have ever tasted. The second time around, we tried their pain au chocolat, which was just as impressive.
Wow.
They also sell sandwiches, which all sound really good. Just a short walk from Margot's, you will find, I guess you could call it Margot's slightly more famous older sister. This is yet another fully plant-based bakery. Their pastry lineup is wild. I wanted to eat everything, but then I was advised to try their pistachio cruffins, as in pistachio butter croissant muffins. I think I briefly blacked out eating this. This is probably the best thing I've ever eaten in my entire life. Anyway, this place has 2 locations across from each other. One solely focused on the pastries, and then the other one, it's called the Deli. And that one has sandwiches and savory pastries.
I try to be aesthetic.
I'm very, very jealous that we don't have a place like this in Berlin. I guess the closest thing that comes to it is maybe that one Italian bakery. Unless you guys know of any new Berlin places, please let me know. Let me know. My mom and I, we stayed in Amsterdam Noord, which is a lot more calm and suburban. There were still quite a few really cute cafes around there. For instance, this one called Boka's. Yeah, this one's adorable. It is pretty vegan friendly. The vibes were cozy and very welcoming. Another time that we got breakfast was at Ivy and Bros. It's not fully vegan, but they do have quite a few fun vegan options. Would recommend. The coffee culture in Amsterdam is crazy, and so here's a quick rundown of the places that I enjoyed for their beverages, first and foremost. I had the best cup of decaf at this place called Coffee Company. Also, this place seemed to be laptop friendly. Drupa Coffee Roasters was really good too. This bakery called Brot. I had the spiciest cinnamon ginger tea at die Koffieschenkerij.
De koffieschenkerij.
But yeah, the tea was spicy, and the person working behind the counter was a subscriber. Big shout out to them. Have a nice day. Bye. One day, I did some work at this clothing store / cafe called Arcade. Oh, and then the cafe for work that I would probably recommend the most would be Screaming Beans. I had to go to maoz for nostalgic reasons. I remember going to maoz in Barcelona. I had no idea they had a location in Amsterdam as well. They do buffet-style falafel sandwiches and salad bowls. So good, so fresh. A lot of people recommended veganees, which does really yummy Asian-style street food. We got the gochujang cauliflower wings, which I need to recreate ASAP. We got different little bao buns and the gyoza. This was delicious, but also a little bit overpriced. I mean, Amsterdam in general is a bit more expensive than Berlin anyway, but even comparing this to other Amsterdam places, this next place was also expensive. But here we kind of went into it expecting that. This place is called Madre. I, for the life of me, cannot cannot roll the R. But anyway, they do Mexican food prepared in this really unique fine dining sort of way, and it's all vegan. I can't even begin to describe what we ate. It all just tasted super fresh and delicious. So I highly recommend. It's definitely an interesting experience going there. The dessert was my favorite part though. It was this tres leches cake with guava sauce next to the best vegan ice cream I've ever had. It was unreal. No notes. Next up, we have a classic vegan junk food bar. I remember going here years ago. We got the double cheesy smash burgers, which are honestly really, really solid. We got that and the Caesar chicken salad. So yeah, really, really like this place. We did go to the beach one day in Sandford, which is about 30 minutes away from the city center. I got some food at this beach bar here, which was snatched away by seagulls. Those birds at that beach have no shame. I then got a second serving and I just kind of ate it under my towel. This is a lentil masala stuffed empanada that I wanted to share with you. I got it from Albertine. It was pretty good. This place called SLA, SLA, is great for a quick, healthy, on-the-go type lunch. By the way, I'm wearing my new favorite t-shirt here, which I bought in Amsterdam in honor of my Call Me By Your Name peach tart that I made. From SLA, I ended up just getting a pita wrap. I decided to take that with me to the airport. Quick travel story time, if you don't mind. So my mom and I, we had traveled from Berlin to Amsterdam by train, but for scheduling and timing reasons, we decided to take the plane back. On our way to the airport, I got a notification on my phone saying, "We are so sorry to tell you that your flight to Amsterdam has been delayed by about 45 minutes. It took me a few seconds to process what I just read. What do you mean, flight to Amsterdam? I'm already there. I was in charge of all the bookings and flight organization. My mom doesn't really travel a lot. It's all very new to her. And so that was on me, very much so. She also has quite a bit of travel anxiety, so I really did not help her with that. Thankfully, there was still one flight going to Berlin that night, and for some reason I couldn't book it on my phone, so I actually ended up having to go to the airport front desk and book a flight in person, like in some sort of 80s movie. It was also quite painful having to pay all that money to get on a flight within the next 2 hours. But yeah, we then made our way through security quite smoothly actually, but only to be told that the flight that I had just booked was cancelled. Back to the front desk. As I was booking a hotel for us to stay that night, I got another notification on my phone from that airline saying, "We apologize for the cancellation of your flight. Here's what you can do now." And I was really confused at first because I hadn't given the airport desk people my phone number. How do they have my phone number now? Is it somehow connected to my name? But yeah, it turns out the flight from Berlin to Amsterdam, you know the one that I had falsely, stupidly, mistakenly booked, was cancelled as well, which meant that I got all my money back for that little mishap. And since the airline has to compensate you for all your extra travel expenses, the extra hotel, all the transport within the city, all the food that you're gonna buy, I'm still hoping they'll compensate me for that, but they should compensate you for all of that, which means that I, in the end, ended up making money pretty much by wrongly booking a flight. I have such dumb luck sometimes, like undeserved. That was just such a funny coincidence, the way it all worked out. I don't think I'm gonna fly back to Amsterdam ever again. It's a 6-hour train journey, which is, of course, totally doable, much more sustainable than taking a plane in the first place. And if you think about how much time you have to spend with security and everything, taking the train is a lot easier, especially if it's one that's fast going, like the one from Berlin to Amsterdam. I learned my lesson. Or did I? I mean, it worked out for me in the end, so honestly, Anyway, what was also really cool is that the following day we got to go to one of the restaurants that was still on my list, and that was Terra Zen. One of my like top 3 places that we went to, maybe even my favorite. They do Jamaican Japanese fusion food. So yummy. I wish I could have tried their entire menu. If you like this sort of travel food format, definitely check out my other travel videos. I've got a guide on New York City, Madrid, a few places in the UK. Oh, and the Paris one, which might be my favorite. The link to that will be down below. Have a good rest of your day or night, and I will see you soon. Bye!